Welcome to the Sports Card Lessons Podcast. I'm your host, Big Ken. Whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on a streaming service, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop any new content. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Welcome to a special, now day 3, live from the National. I'm exhausted. I don't know if it shows, or you could hear it in my voice. But yeah, here it is, 10:45 my time, and every day is over 12 hours of just constant hobby, walking, talking, comping cards, looking at cards, being frustrated, being excited, lots of emotions, right? So it's what's to be expected, and just fighting the crowds. Fighting the crowd. I mean, if you're watching any of this stuff of these lines, so I didn't need to get there first thing at 8:00 this morning. So I ended up going over about 9:30 this morning, and they don't open the regular door. The VIPs can get in at 9. The general admission people, and as far as you can see, a line down the street of people getting in. I don't know how anybody could just stand in that line all morning long. And that line didn't end. They didn't get all those people in until noontime. That's how long it took to get those people in. But then once they got those people into that and inside, it's like insanity with all those people in there. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. I figured out, and there's people here and they're listening. I figured out if I need to do anything, I need to get a drink, I want a coffee, I want to use a bathroom, I walk across the street to the hotel. I mean, it's really just a break for me, just to walk out, breathe a little fresh air, because it's just so many people in there. And then, you could just sit for a few minutes, grab a coffee, sit. Today, I met my guy, Brian, shout out to him. He was going in later, so we decided to meet over there for a coffee and chop the hobby up a little bit. So that was certainly fun, and it's nice just to have these little breaks, just walking out, coming back, walking out, coming back, because it's just so busy in there. Usually, my Zion case that I've been carrying around the last couple of days is all beat up. I mean, it's dinged, it's banged, and that's just from other people's cases hitting my case, and if it's not hitting the case, it's hitting you. It's definitely super crowded over there. So today, a lot just like yesterday. I did have a few pickups I will share with you. Actually, just one from the National, and a couple cards from the SOCO Expo. Interesting, and I've been trying to think about how to say this, right? But you go to a card show and you see a card you want, and it's within reason of price. Let's say, and I'm going to use a specific card the same exact card that I comped 2 different places. Both people had the card for $1,000. The last 3 comps on the card were in the 600s, 610, 620, 675, but they have them at $1,000. Okay, and sales as late as after July 25th. I'm not talking about sales from back in February or something like that. Very recent sales on a player who's injured and rehabbing, Miss Juju Watkins. So, okay, if you want to be strong on it and say the price is down and whatever, $700, $725, $750, you could come at me with numbers like that if this card had sold for $1,000 at one point, or more, or even $850 or $900 at one point. But that card is never sold at that amount of money. But 2 separate people have that card listed for $1,000. One person said, the best I can do is $950. And the other person said, my floor is $900. I could buy that card somewhere else, which I probably will. It's a card I've been looking for that I've seen. I haven't purchased, and I've seen at much better prices than this. But as I walked away from both of those, I thought to myself, this is not something I'm going to beat myself up over. Because sometimes I go to these shows and I'll see that card and they'll be like, 780 is the best I can do, or 760. And I'll be like, it's over comps, but does the card, like, because it's someone that I'm PCing and I'm holding, and these are hold cards, like, do I just spend that little extra money and get it? And I go back and forth on something like that. This, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Bye. See ya. I'll find it somewhere else. Thank you. It's almost like they do me a favor that I don't have to leave and then think about coming back again and saying, oh, maybe we could get a little closer. Nothing. None of that. None of that. Because if you tell me that your bottom is $300 more than the last sale, yeah, I'm all set. I'm not beating myself up. I'm not worrying. I'm not thinking to myself, should I go back and get it? Nope, not at all. So in some sense, like, I was aggravated, like, I can't believe these prices. And the other side, I'm like, well, I think they really did me a favor. I don't even have to think about it again. Maybe I can be aggravated about the price. I could use it for some content. I can, like, get my thoughts out about this. But I think in some sense, they've done me a favor. They haven't left me walking away thinking, do I turn around? Do I try to continue with the deal? No, they've told me, not only am I not going to sell you this card, but there's no other card in my case that's probably going to be sold within reason. And probably you, meaning me, who knows the WNBA and knows the cards and knows the hobby, and because there's a lot of new people in the WNBA lane out there, and people will pay, when they're told the story, they'll pay, whatever they think, or whatever someone convinces them is the right price to pay on cards. So I'm probably not their best customer here at the National, showing up knowing I know my stuff. I think they're hoping that a lot of people are showing up saying, I want to get a Caitlin Clark or a Cameron Brink or a Juju Watkins or a Sarah Strong, just because they know these are the up and coming players, right? And for no other reason, they're just buying this card to go home with. And I think those are the people that they want to sell these cards to, not someone like me who shows up and knows this lane in the hobby a little better than most. So, in some sense, thank you for being high priced, and thank you for letting me walk away and feel just fine about not pulling the trigger on a card like that. I left the National. I left the convention center a little early today because I had dinner plans again at Gibson's across the street with my guy Jonathan, Homer Sports Cards. So I left a little early to come back and get changed. Went back and I shopped. I got back there. Now it closes at 6. And I'm going to throw the air quotes out because I left out of there at 20 after, and nobody was really telling me to leave, but a lot of people were packing their stuff up. So I went back at about 20 to 6. I got back there about 5:40. I had, a little bit of time, and that little bit of time between 5:45 and 6:15 reminded me of a Wednesday or a Thursday morning where I could just walk up to, a lot of the booths, and because I haven't seen that at all this year. I mean, it hasn't been a time really, except for the Thursday morning I went in with VIP pass, and that first hour, which it was worth its weight in gold just to be able to go in, get in, and not have to wait in that line. And here's a sports card lesson for you. If you're going to the National next year, buy your VIP. Do not be that person that has to stand outside in those lines, because it's insane that line's all the way down the street, and I get out and I walk right in through another door with my VIP badge, and I just walk right into it just didn't even seem fair today, seeing those people standing out there in the street. And what if it was raining? What if it was, it was a beautiful day here in Chicago, a nice breeze, 75 degrees, but what if it was raining? These people are going to have to stand out in the rain the whole time waiting to get in. Man. So yeah, I left a little early. I came back and it was nice. It was nice shopping late in the day. And I did have one pickup I'll share with you that I picked up from Slab Stocks. And they did a really, a really fair deal on this. As you know, I buying a lot of Sarah Strong. This is the Possession Arrow Auto Orange Geo PSA 10. This is number 225. And I do have a couple of these cards, right? But as much as I see the gem rate, and Zip and I talked about this on the Hobby Chop, that these gem rates are apparently very high, except for the cards that him and I send in, because the cards that him and I send in never seem to get tens, right? So it's almost worth it to me. Like, if I can find these in a 10, then just go buy them. Even though I have probably 2 or 3 of these cards raw sitting at home in the office, if I can buy a 10, now I have a 10, right? I mean, the other ones, I could send them for grading at some point, but if I can find a 10, it's probably worth it for me to buy that 10, especially with the Bowman U basketball cards, which I mean, I have so many of them, and maybe I should be sending them in, but I run a tight ship, right? I run a tight ship when I'm cleaning. I'm wiping these cards off and I'm putting them down. I got them under the thing and I'm looking. If I see anything, it's like right now, I know they're so strict over there that at PSA that I'm just like, no, I'm not going to take that chance. I'm just going to put this card. I'm just going to put this card to the side, right? So I've done that with a ton of these cards just because I see little things on it. And I don't know if some of these cards, now that some of these 10s are coming back out, maybe some of those marks I'm seeing are on these cards as well. So that's something, it'll give me an opportunity to look to see if I can see maybe some of those I can send in that will gem. So I went over the SOCO Expo tonight. Had my guy Scott. I love my guy Scott. I saw Craig, New York City Sports Cards, was over there. He was actually playing in a tournament. Walked around with him a bit, looked at some tables. It was hot in there. I mean, people warned me and said it was hot. The air conditioner wasn't that great. Said the Wi-Fi wasn't good. It was slow, but it was fine. It was fine for what I did. And I mean, I don't do men's soccer, and that was primarily what was there. But I did go over with Bill from Bill and Billy Sports Cards. He was able to, he bought some football cards over there. They had basketball cards over there too. So there was a decent selection. There was kind of one section that had women's stuff. I brought a whole bunch of my women's cards, but nobody really seemed like they were buying. They're like, oh, you're going to be here tomorrow. Haven't really sold much. Or really don't have a lot of money to buy, that type of thing. So I didn't sell any of my cards. I actually traded one of my cards to just a guy who was walking around. He's a listener of the show, and I don't have your name, so I apologize. But he came over and introduced himself, said he loved the podcast. We talked for a couple of minutes, and then he walked away and came back and said, hey, I got some cards if you're interested. So we went off to the side, and I ended up trading Caitlin Clark for Cam Brink. There you go, Caitlin for Cam, right? So I got this Cameron Brink red Pulsar. This is number 299. It is a PSA 9. And I picked up this. This was the 2024 from last year, Panini and National Silver Pack. This was the rated rookie red, and this was number 2. This is number 299. It's 69 and 99, and I'm going back and forth trying to figure out which one it is. So here it is. Here another. So happy to keep picking up Cameron Brink, and I noticed since day one to now her prices have gone up. So I think a lot of people are looking for her there, and I mean some people there have told me that they're looking for Cam Brink, and they've sold because I've asked, hey, do you have any? I've sold, and I did too. Like I shared that pile from day 2 where I bought that whole pile of cards, and I've gone back to some of those people because I see people selling cards there, and I'm going back to see anything new in those cases, and I'll do that again tomorrow. So I didn't spend a lot of time over at SOCO. I was hoping to get some deals done, and there was somebody there that had a lot of Juju Watkins and Cam Brink and stuff like that, but they were very firm on their prices. They didn't want to budge off last comps, and I just thought to myself, you know what, I don't need to buy. I mean, there's plenty of those cards out there, and that's kind of in my mind right now. It's I'm not pushing myself to buy cards. I'll buy cards if the price is right, for me. But that's been kind of my mindset since I've been here is if the price is right or it's something I've really, really been looking for, I'm willing to spend the money on. But if it's a common card and it's not like a one of one or something that, I don't think I'm going to see again, a common card that I think I'll see again, I'm fine. But you want to be firm, you want to be high, that's fine. That's fine because this is probably not the place for me to buy it or the place for you to sell this card to me. Um, so I do want to say I did not go to the trade night tonight. I heard it was insane. I talked to people who are up there and said the room was just packed tonight. So I will look forward. I'm going to get there tomorrow morning. I'm going to get my pass to my bracelet so I can get back. And I know there was some confusion on that. I know we had Jonathan, basketball card guy on, and I know a few people had messaged me saying, where were we supposed to get these? And I as far as I knew, it was the roadshow cards. They're booth 1912, but I guess there's been some confusion. Maybe they only have so many or something like that. So I really didn't look into anything today to be able to give you any more information on where to get the bands for trade night. But that's where I'm going tomorrow morning when I get there, and I'm going to start there, and hopefully I would get one because tomorrow will be the last trade night tomorrow night. So I did pick up some more packs that I'm going to sit here and rip them with you. So since I did so well last night and I said I was going to get some more out. So you and we're going to rip some packs right here. I know Bill and Billy have, they've picked up some boxes of stuff. So I think they want to go live later again like we did last night. So we probably will, but let's see what we have here today. We have Ryan Williams. We got a football guy here. This card looks super nice, like it should be numbered. I do not see a numbering on it. Rated rookie. Ryan Williams, NIL. And this is Trevor Etienne. Similar card. Oh, this is numbered. This one's numbered to 99. So we got a couple football cards right out the bat tonight, which is looking better than last night. Although I guess I hit some great basketball last night. Let's see what we get now. Another NIL card. Keelan Russell, rated rookie. And this is Dalton Necht. It's numbered to 399, rookie card for the Lakers. So I don't know if he's any good, but it's a rookie card and it's numbered. I wonder why these all have these NIL cards in them. That's weird. Last night we did not have any NIL. This is Dylan Raiola, also an NIL. And this is Paul Skeens. This numbered? This is not numbered. I don't know if this is a different batch than I got yesterday. Yep, all these are NIL up front. Jeremiah Smith, rated rookie. And this is numbered to 50. Oh, Tyler Shell from the Saints. He was drafted this year. I don't know if he has a chance with Arch Manning coming up next year, but Trevion St. Clair, rated rookie. And this is Giannis. This is numbered to 199. I don't know how much value a card like this has for a guy that's been around a while, being numbered. Let's see. Drew Aller, quarterback. And George Brett. This is numbered to 99. Hopefully there's some value in some of these. Drew Burris, baseball player. And Kelsey Plum, I know her, non-numbered. Jace Laviolette. Again, NIL. What is this? Oh, this is the number 2 draft pick in the WNBA, Dominique Malonga. Wow, this is a green, 2 of 5. Look at that. What? Oh, I must still have my green screen turned on. I wonder if I can turn that on. No, I can't turn it off while we're there. So that's why it's not looking. But it is green. It is numbered 2 of 5. That's a nice hit right there. This is Rintaro Sasaki, rated rookie. And we got a golf one here. Oh, Bubba Watson. This is the 199. Bubba Watson. All right, last one. Hopefully we get something good out of this. This is Bryce Underwood, also NIL. I'm going to have to look. He's from Michigan. I'm going to have to look some of these guys up. And another golf. We have John Rahm. Not numbered. All right, that is it. That's all I have. I will be back tomorrow night for the final day. Tomorrow I have my appointment with Panini to go get my black box. So hopefully I'll be able to, well, unless someone buys it from me, I'll hold it and we'll do something with it here tomorrow night. And like I said, we may come back on live. I'm not sure what these guys, they all bought wax. They all want to do a rip tonight again. So if they do, we may come right back on. You may see us pop right back up again. But for now, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And if you like what you hear, please like, definitely subscribe. And most importantly, tell a friend and spread the word. Till next time, take care of yourselves and everyone around you.